Well, at one time, Cariola probably was as active or as a larger presence as Eudora because there was so much trade there and so much coming and going. People from Eudora came out and did business there, and my father talks about not only did you ship goods out of there, but they received goods. All of the general stores received barrels of flour, molasses, corn, whatever it was they were receiving here. Boats of material came in at Cariola. He remembers when they brought ice down from the Great Lakes in the winter. They'd take a ice saw on the Great Lakes, on the rivers up north, and take a mule, and an ice saw is a long bowed saw that was pulled by a mule, saw out blocks of ice, pack them in sawdust and burlap, put them on a paddle wheeler, bring them down here. My grandfather had an ice house that had 2-foot thick walls filled with sawdust. They put the ice in there in the winter, and it stayed until July or August. Now, you didn't put your tea over that ice. It had leaves in it and dead fish and everything, but you chopped it up and you put your milk or your lemonade in the crushed ice and chilled your drink with it. But that's the only way they had ice. But they had ice. My grandfather had a carbide lighting system. He owned a general store over at Reedland, the little town. They put in their own lighting system and piped carbide to each house, about 6 houses, and they had a lamplighter that went around every night at dark and at dusk and lit the lamps in all the houses for his bookkeeper and his secretary and he and his wife's house and the families there that lived in Reedland. And they had the ice. They had a tower. They had their own water system. They pumped water up in it. You didn't drink that water particularly. It had wiggle worms in it and stuff, but you could wash in it. You could use it for a commode or whatnot, but it was an entirely different lifestyle.